In what can only be described as something of a revolution in the royal class of car makers, Rolls-Royce are recommending prospective buyers of their latest creation to test drive it themselves. Not only that, the new Ghost is also supposed to be a firebrand. And we always thought the Brits' motto was no sports. There should really be a chorus of appreciation from chauffeurs all over the world when Rolls-Royce present a new model. But here the scandal is the fact that in future the owner is intended to drive it him or herself. Well, let's take a closer look at the Ghost and see what the fuss is about. To help the luxury limousine feel at home, we're off to the island of Sylt, home to many of Germany's rich and famous. After the motorway, the car train takes us genteelly over the causeway to the island in the North Sea. The best place to experience the Ghost is from behind the thickly padded steering wheel. Surrounded by the softest leathers, chrome and polished wood, first-class feeling is unavoidable. Okay, life in the back is also pretty amazing. Sitting on a kind of leather sofa with shoulder pads, enjoying your choice of entertainment via 600-watt 10-channel sound system, 2 monitors and DVD player, with a control panel with which you can also check the onboard computer and navigation system. Flooring the accelerator through the thick lambswool carpeting is another experience altogether. The days when Rolls-Royce stood for luxury limousines with no sporting spirit are over. The Ghost is an excellent sprinter with taut steering and stiff suspension that some sports cars would be proud of, and all in the most civilized fashion.
Wirklich unheimlich an einem Ghost ist eigentlich.
There's nothing spooky about this Ghost. I'd sooner say it's almost mystical. Like a flying carpet weighing 2.5 tons and moving as though there were no tomorrow. Without noticing it, you're at 100 kilometers an hour in no time at all. The car just glides along. Obviously, in and out of bends, the Ghost is at a disadvantage. But accelerating from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 4.9 seconds is competition for the Porsche 911 Carrera, and all with a minimum of fuss, and the power of a bi-turbocharged 12-cylinder engine which packs 570 horsepower and 780 Newton-meters. The only unsubtle thing about the Ghost is the way the engine smacks into the limiter at 250 kilometers an hour. But in its heart of hearts, this Rolls-Royce stays true to its roots. One can drive fast, but one doesn't. Gliding smoothly is far more civilized. The things that happen to you in a car like this are fascinating. You change your attitude. Not that you feel a class above other drivers, well, maybe a bit, but you have this great power pack under the bonnet, and what do? You just glide through the countryside and really enjoy it. Pneumatic suspension soaks up the bumps and potholes with the discretion of a classical butler, with neither a twitch nor a hitch. The laid-back feeling, however, comes to an end as soon as you reach the next town or village. It's impossible to drive this car and not stick out. Even here in Kampen, well used to the comings and goings of celebrity, people stare. You never know, it might be the Queen inside. If you want, you can stare back, via the cameras that are all over the car. Included as safety features, they can even look beyond the long bonnet and around the next corner to warn the driver of what's ahead. Engine, navigation system and electronics are supplied by BMW, and that's it. Only about 20% of the parts come from Munich, which will be appreciated by Rolls-Royce fans. In contrast to VW's subsidiary Bentley, with the Ghost you don't see who calls the shots. The Ghost thus stays true to its make and is the perfect mix with which drivers, design fans and technology nerds instantly fall in love. The only catch is a 6-figure one, the starting price of €253,000. I think Emily and I would have made the perfect couple, but the lady is cool and calculating. If you haven't got the cash, she just disappears. Leaving Mr. Average by the side of the road, looking for a lift home.